Now let me give you a list. The United States, Italy, India. What do these three countries have in common? They've all been victims of China's conspiracy theories regarding the origins of the virus. China has blamed all of these three countries for causing this pandemic on different occasions. And now it has found a new target, Australia. The Chinese state media is suggesting that Australian imports at the Hunan wet market could have brought this virus to China. Here's more.
The news of the Pfizer vaccine rollout in the UK has cheered sentiments across the world. It could spell the end of this pandemic. But nearly a year after the virus started wreaking havoc in every part of the world, there is still no clarity on its origins. The answer is obvious. The writing is on the wall. But the WHO is dragging its feet. Its probe into the virus's origins is yet to yield any results. In fact, it's yet to begin in earnest.
Epidemiological studies will begin in Wuhan to identify the potential source of infection of the early cases. Evidence and hypotheses generated through this work will lay the ground for further longer-term studies.
The lack of sincerity on the health body's part has given a free run to Chinese propagandists. First, they blamed American soldiers for bringing the virus to Wuhan, then they blamed Italy as the source, and then they named countries like India as the origin of the virus. The so-called scientists from India who made the claim have since retracted their study report. In the meantime, the Chinese state media has found a new target: Australia. On Sunday, China's mouthpiece Global Times released this so-called investigative report. The report suggested that the first cases in China could have been a result of cold chain storage imports from down under. The Global Times says that stores in the Hunan seafood market sold imported cold chain seafood before 2019. Among the imported items was Australian steak. While the report maintained that there was not enough evidence, the Australia mention is making international headlines. It could trigger another diplomatic firestorm between the two countries. Beijing and Canberra are currently engaged in a conflict on multiple fronts. There's a fierce face-off over Australia's pursuit of an investigation into COVID-19 origins.
We did in no way ask for confrontation. It was an investigation that we asked for.
There's a diplomatic spat over China's crackdown on Australian citizens.
I and the government are very sad and concerned that an Australian citizen, Mr. Cam Gillespie, has been sentenced to death in China.
A bitter war of words over a Twitter post about the Australian Army.
The Chinese government should be totally ashamed of this post. It diminishes them in the world's eyes.
And a dispute over Chinese sanctions on Australian wine. Relations between Australia and China have hit rock bottom. The tensions have reached the tipping point. Now, by suggesting that Australia could be behind the pandemic, the Chinese regime may have hit the final nail in the coffin of bilateral ties. Bureau Report, WION. World is one.
Thank you for watching Gravitas on WION's YouTube channel. If you want to stay up to date with what's happening around the world, then subscribe to our channel and don't forget to like and share. Thank you very much for watching WION. World is one.